Hey guys, this is Luke from the Scoundrel's Cantina and welcome to another LEGO Star Wars minifigure build and review. And in this video I'll be building and reviewing the Lord of Hunger, Darth Nihilus, who is the Dark Lord of the Sith during the times of the Old Republic and the Jedi Purge. He's most notably seen in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lord's game, which is, by the way, an amazing game. If you haven't played it, I really recommend you guys do. And if you don't know the story of Darth Nihilus, we did a video on it, which you can check out. The link will be in the description below for that. His story is based 3,900 years before the Battle of Yavin, and as most of you know, the Battle of Yavin is basically the destruction of the Death Star and the story in Star Wars A New Hope. So it's basically 4,000 years before that. And if this is your first time watching one of our videos, be sure to check out these videos. We talk about our point of view on Star Wars, which is a very specific point of view. So I really recommend you guys watch that. So yeah, and not to waste any more of your time, I'm gonna go and build the Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Nihilus. Okay, so the first minifigure that we're gonna need is Darth Maul from the Sith Infiltrator set, the older one from 2011 specifically, because that's the one I'm using, but you can guys use the newer ones if you want. I'm not really sure what prints they have because I haven't bought the sets. But you guys can be flexible with this because he basically just needs a robe. You can even use Darth Sidious if you want to. But in this case, I think Darth Maul is the one that suits the best. So you will need his hood. Of course, you're not going to need his face. You're going to need his lightsaber, but just not the double sides. His cape, and also his torso. So yeah, that's it on Darth Maul. Moving on. Okay, so the next minifigure that you're gonna need is Darth Sidious, specifically from the Death Star duel set, because I think that Darth Sidious suits Darth Nihilus the most for the leg printing. I don't know, I think this one is the best for that. I have more Darth Sidiouses, but if you have this one, I'd recommend using this one. And you'll see why at the end of the video when Darth Nihilus is completed. So yeah, moving on. Okay, so the next minifigure that you're gonna need is the Darth Vader wannabe, Kylo Ren. And the only thing that you're gonna need from him is his cape, but if you don't have Kylo Ren, you don't have to use it. This is not a necessary piece for building Darth Nihilus. I simply want to use this cape because I want to make Darth Nihilus as detailed as possible, so yeah, that's just me. Anyway, moving on. Now, here we have Asajj Ventress from the 2008 Republic gunship, which is, by the way, one of my favorite LEGO Star Wars sets of all time, and possibly all LEGO sets. So yeah, anyway, the only thing that you're gonna need from Asajj Ventress is her skirt, and it's also not a necessary piece for building Darth Nihilus. And to tell you the truth, the only reason why I'm including this is so that you guys have options when you're building Darth Nihilus. But if it were up to me, I wouldn't be using this, but you'll see all the possibilities with Nihilus until the end of the video, so you guys can pick what you like the most in building Nihilus. So yeah, moving on. Now comes the most important part in building Darth Nihilus, and the most complicated, and that's because LEGO never made Darth Nihilus, and we don't really have a print for his face, aka his mask, so we're gonna have to get creative, and I came up with an idea of actually making vectors on my, editing program, and here they are. These are the vectors for the Darth Nihilus mask. I made more variations. You can get this picture, the link will be in the description down below. I'm going to post it so you guys can have it. And basically you're just supposed to print it out and cut out the piece that suits a black head, and it's supposed to look like this, as you can see here. And when you put the hood on, it looks even better. So that's what you're going to need to do here. And the reason why I just put the Scout Trooper is, well, you can use any of the old troopers, the Stormtrooper. They all have black heads, so you're going to need a black head. You're going to need some scissors. You're going to have to cut this out. Or the other option is you can make a sticker out of it in the printing shop. But I didn't have enough time, so I just printed it out on normal paper and stuck it here with super glue or whatever you guys want to use. It's going to stay there, and it's supposed to be really smooth so that you can put on the hood. So that's basically it. That's all you need for Darth Nihilus, and now I'm going to build him, so you guys enjoy. Anyway, the Lord of Hunger, the Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Nihilus is complete, and I'm really proud of this one. I think this is one of my best LEGO minifigure builds yet, and I will be making more. So anyway, let's review him. As you can see, he has everything on him. Everything I put, even the skirt from Asajj Ventress, and I take that back. I think it looks awesome. It's also very well done. So yeah, but I'm gonna show you all three phases of him, without the skirt and without the Kylo Ren piece, if some of you don't have it, so you can see what it looks like without those. So yeah, anyway, as you can see, he's all robes, like he is in the game, and on all of those art pictures, which are beautiful. So yeah, as you can see, he has that cross, I don't know what you call it, like podron, just like Darth Maul has, as you can see here. It's very accurately done. And also the slash that goes across that holds that together. And well, I can take this off, but I have to be careful because it's basically just a piece of paper stuck with what do you call it, blue tack. So yeah, that's basically it there. Now I'm going to take off the skirt and show you what it looks like without that. Moving on, yet again. Now Darth Nihilus is without Asajj Ventress's skirt, and I want to hear from you guys what you think in the comments below. Does he look better like this, with only more details, or simply with more robes, basically? I personally am not sure anymore. I think both look amazing, but this certainly is more detailed, which is never bad in LEGO, especially when you're making a custom minifigure. So yeah, tell me guys in the comments what you like more. I think this is a bit better than that. So yeah, as you can see, Darth Sidious's leg prints really suit him. And they also even have very similar torsos in the game, in the Star Wars universe, and here in LEGO as well. So it basically can't be a miss with the legs. They're all, you know, rusty, ruggedy, really old robes, just like Nihilus has in his story, Star Wars. So yeah, anyway, moving on. Darth Vader wannabes, aka Kylo Ren's cape, has been removed from Darth Nihilus, and now let's review that part of him. As you can see, his torso and all the prints are much more visible now because the cape is not in the way. Although it kind of feels like it's missing a bit because Nihilus has a lot of robes. And in LEGO, it's basically your choice. I mean, it's your minifigure that you're building. I'm here just to show you all the options you have for Nihilus and show you how to make him basically. And you can use it with this, you can use it with that. I personally think it looks the best with this. But if you don't have the means to, just keep him this way. Or even use another torso. You can use Darth Sidious's, whatever you guys want, it's your choice. And I personally think this is one of my best works from all the minifigs that I built yet. So yeah guys, I'm hoping to build more like this. I'm learning new techniques like, you know, printing and stuff like that, although it's not very professional at all. But I'm just finding a way to make them, because I always wanted to have all those minifigs, but I never had the means to. And now I have the idea of how to make it. So yeah, anyway, be sure to check out his story. It's an amazing story. I just want to remind you one more time. And tell me down in the comments below your requests on what minifigs to build next. I'll be sure to check it all out and make them as soon as I can, because, you know, I have a lot of work to do. There's a lot of projects I'm working on here on YouTube. So it'll be picked at a time, but I'm hoping to do it all, basically. So yeah, anyway guys, like, comment and subscribe for more videos like this one, and remember, God is awesome, may the force be with you always, and bring your creds back anytime, you rebel scum.